Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the A Dor, part number A101-127. This is a steel-based, zinc-plated release bracket is what this is called. And the release bracket is required on the automatic units from A Dor, their A101 series automatic units. There is an image down below that shows where the 127 is meant to be installed. Although looking at the installation instructions is the way to proceed to understand this product. If you have one and you just need one, you know all about it already. You, for whatever reason, need a replacement. Maybe it was damaged somehow. The installation instructions for the A Dor A101 series ends up being the complete governing document. Everything that you need for the life of that unit is in that set of installation instructions. There is a cut sheet that talks about the A Dor series overall, and you can review that. There's also a product brochure, same thing. It's marketing literature on the entire device. But to the installation instructions we go to take a look at this A127 release bracket. First, the width, 1.5 inches. 3-inch tall. The material thickness, probably about 70 thousandths. Close. 0.087. The height of the what's called the fin, just to provide that data, 0.659. 0.659 tall, has that profile. Now, when you open the installation instructions, we are looking to, if you were to search for the word release, you'll find all instances of that word release. On page 3, it will show up in the parts diagram, in the list of parts, I should say. In page 4, where the diagram comes up, it does show part 16, and with some mounting lines shows it's to be applied to the face of the jamb, which is somewhat helpful. If you get down to page 16 and 17, step F, installing the strike bracket and release, the strike plate and release bracket, we'll skip down to installing the release bracket underneath that, and that's for automatic relocking units only. Position the release brackets, part 16, on the hinged side of the door frame by centering the fin in the slot of the tailpiece, reference figure 18. So this gets mounted literally to the face of the frame. Mark the center of the slots on the frame, the center of these slots, so that you can adjust this as necessary. Using a 5/16 nut driver and drill, attach the release bracket to the door frame using 2 self-drilling tapping screws, which is part number 17, and part 24, which are not included. The screws and the star washers. So be mindful if you need the fastening hardware to order those as well. Drill slowly to avoid stripping or over-tightening the screws and then stripping them. If the frame is filled with concrete, drill clearance holes using an 1/8 of an inch masonry bit. Hope that it's not pumped with mortar. Push the auto device assembly flush against the door frame, sliding the 2 mounting bolts back into the door bracket slots. Tighten. Okay, this is talking about attaching the unit itself. Check for operation. Okay, so really you're looking at figure 18 on the right side of page 17. The straight side of the fin must face towards the door. Okay, you can see that that is triangular shaped. Position the release bracket so that the end of the tailpiece lines up with the right slanted edge of the fin, 1 inch from the left edge of the bracket. So position the release bracket so that the end of the tailpiece is that square feature that's coming out of the end of the device itself, so that it lines up with the right slanted edge of the fin, here, 1 inch from the left edge of the release bracket. Well, where does 1 inch come in? Position the release bracket so that the end of the tailpiece lines up with the right slanted edge of the fin, 1 inch from the left edge of the release bracket. Okay, so you're going to install it so that you're hanging 1 inch off from this end of the tape measure. So you're really not going to cover much more than about a 1/4 inch of that fin, according to these installation instructions, the way I understand them. Okay, and that is how this is going to install. A little bit of textured feature to the back to help keep that from sliding back and forth. Obviously, that hole there is meant for a permanent screw, but I do not see that they refer to anything going into that hole. Back to page 4. Yeah, sure they do. You'll need 3 part 17 and 3 part 24. So the point is when you get the lateral positioning set, you'll then make your permanent position with that final screw. Center these two, make your lateral adjustments, test the device, make sure it works, and then of course make your final hole, and that will keep it fixed in place. So like I said, that document, the installation instructions, not only tells you how to put together all of the devices, gives you parts, exploded parts diagrams of all of the devices, and gives you part numbers to order if you need those parts. So it's a document that you want to save. It's like, when you have the HVAC changed in your business, you end up keeping the manual because someday you may need to refer to it, is the point. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the A Dor products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. They're sold as each. When you buy one, we'll send you one. This client happened to order 2. If you have any questions on the A Dor, their part number A101-127 release bracket, or any other A Dor product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.